In this video, we will cover things we did not in the previous lectures. Let's start with project management. First, click New. Type in the name and descriptions for your project. Then, a folder with the same name will be added to the project path. Data will save under that path you set here. Click OK, and you have created a new project. Click Apply to apply the project. Next, Open. This is for when you add projects used in other fields. Open project named XGT Ethernet. Open it and the project will be added. Click Apply to complete. Next is Modify. You can edit data paths, descriptions, and names. For example, if you edit to XGT Ethernet 1, the project will rename, then click Apply. Next, Library. In the File menu, there are Open Library and Save Library. Let's go to the View menu and click Library. The library toolbar will show up. Click the library you need, then drag the image and drop it. Click Replace All to change every tag name. Click OK to change all the tags of this object. Now, let's add a library. Open a new file. Create a library. Let's create a simple library to see how it is done. Let's add dynamic properties for this image. Click Append. Name it to $1, and change the color to red. Group objects to move all three. Double-click the object you created to rename it. Now, save the library. Name it Test. When saved, the test file is automatically created here. Now open the library to edit. Click Open Library and Open buttons. Create an ellipse here. Save it and the edited version will instantly display. Next, the number of tags. You can set the maximum number of tags. Use it to have it optimize the system. If it says it reached the maximum limit, click here to increase the limit. If you increase it, it will take up much more memory. So, to occupy memory as little as possible, it is set to have limits. Click OK after resizing it, then it will ask you to restart the software as the structure changed. We covered almost everything in the menu, so let's go over to the menu tree on the left. We went over user management and alarm level. So, we will cover the alarm print. This function is not commonly used these days. When the alarm activates, it will print a dot matrix. Also, you can use laser or inkjet printers. When the alarm activates and it fills the whole page, it will start printing. Next, retention time. Set retention time. Set the time as much as you need. Trend data takes a lot of storage. It optimizes to minimize its size, but there is a high probability that the trend data will fill up the storage. Keep track of how much it takes per day and calculate it to estimate how much it would fill up in a year. For example, with the size it uses for 1 day, you can estimate the size of data per year. Use the same method to estimate the size of data per 10-year. Then the calculated value should be lower than half of the hard disk storage. For embedded boards, you should reduce the retention time as it does not have enough storage. So, if you use the embedded version of SRView, the default setting should be in lower value. Next, control conditions. Control conditions are used when you manage the server clients by region. For example, let's say there are regional centers for each region and an integrated data center. The control authority is given to regional centers as well as the integrated data center. In most cases, you would set conditions with a single tag. For example, if a DIO01 tag is set to share and as a condition, it will restrict control when the value is 1. In the dialog box, set a message to display, "You are authorized to control remotely." If the integrated data center is set like this, regional centers will be set in reverse condition. Then this is when this function will be in use. When DIO01 is 1 and an integrated data center tries to control it, an error message will pop up and enable control authority. Next is the execution file. Select Execution File. Add external software you want to open, and add arguments if available. Set it to open the software minimized or hidden, and then the software will start when SRView starts, and close when SRView closes. Next, Schedule. Click Append, and set schedule time. In Schedule Settings, set schedule time and day offs so it can operate on scheduled times. Set tags and values to have it operated automatically. Read the manuals for more information. Next, the UMS settings. UMS supports 2 products, RCU890 and RCSXG. It is a text message sending feature using CDMA modem, so set it according to your CDMA communication settings. Set user groups. Add users into the group and send messages to users. If the tag value reaches the condition set, it will send the message you set here. The messages will be sent to users' phone numbers. We have covered the rest before. Finally, the environment. This is the initial screen. This is the screen that shows when only the view program is executed, not what is being edited in the designer. The initial screen looks like this. Nothing has been set. When the settings are empty, it opens a startup file. If the startup file is not available, then a blank page will be displayed. Next, DB type. Text DBs are saved in CSV files. Select RDB and set it to RDB to save data in the RDB format. RDB creates tables in the RDB editor. It also creates tables for data such as trends and reports. Read the manuals, and set it to save data in the RDB. This is where it is saved as table structure. The RDB read and RDB save functions we covered in previous lectures are to create tables in order to exchange data with external softwares. These two are used differently. Next is language. Our software supports English, Korean, and Chinese. Enable alarm sound allows you to turn the alarm on or off. You can configure screen settings from Tag Editor. If you enable Auto Screen Load, the screens set in the tags will automatically display when the alarm activates. When a view program is running, you cannot launch another view program. Enable multiple views to launch multiple view programs. Usually, you would enable multiple views when you use DLP using multiple screens. Test mode is used to test the values regardless of the actual values. Now, we have covered everything on SRView.